Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 Wii Ware review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Mr.Driller W, which if you've never played it before, then it's actually very hard to describe what it is, so I'm probably just best off showing you really. So at the start, basically choose your profile or you can view your driller rankings. I've just basically gone into a profile which doesn't have everything unlocked or anything like that, because obviously I don't like to show off spoilers and stuff. But from there you choose your character, and before I go on, the best way to describe it is almost like an arcade action puzzler type thing. But anyway, you choose your character, they've each got different skills, so this guy's very fast, this guy can get hit twice before he dies, like the second time kills him. This guy can, well, this dog I suppose, and that's not a guy, it's a robot, but the dog can climb 2 bricks, so I'm just going to choose the fast guy. He's there for expert players and that, and it's one of those things that I quite like how it does like vary the characters depending on your skill level and that. So if you've never played a Mr.Driller game before, you're probably best off going for the robot, but I've played the hell out of the DS one, so I'm going for the fast guy. Watch this, I'll probably kill myself in seconds. But anyway, from there you can choose stages, and the game's got a ton of stuff to do. Depending on what difficulty level you do, depends on how many like meters you have to dig through. So this here, China, 1000 on expert, but only 500 on easy. And the game just has a ton to do simply because of that, because there's over 20 missions over the 9 locations on the game, so definitely plenty to do. And the whole point is, if you've never played a Mr.Driller game before, you've got, well, what did I say, I'd die in seconds, but there we go, done so. You've got basically your air meter on the right side of your screen, and you have to collect air capsules before you die, obviously, because if you run out of air, that's it, you're dead. And the whole point is to literally continue digging down until you get to the meter marks. So, obviously with this one, I've got to get the 500 meter mark, and then I complete the level. It tells me how well I've done, I get ranked on that, and there, done. There's some rules to digging. Basically, you can dig through blocks and that. You've got these X's over here, which I'll try my best to actually dig through one just to show you what happens. But basically, the X, if you dig the hell out of them, because it takes a lot of work, then you lose quite a bit of oxygen. So there we go, I lost 20% oxygen there just from digging through there, so you want to avoid them. But obviously you can get air capsules, but even so you still want to avoid them. And the whole point is, with the different colours and that, when they match up, they'll disintegrate on themselves. So if you manage to get 4 of them to fall together or more, then that block that then gets created basically will destroy itself. And while that sounds helpful, it's also the type of thing that can cause an avalanche of things above you and get you crushed and killed. So it's equally as dangerous as it is helpful, really. So here we go then at the end of a level, just to basically show you, because I did say when you're beaten out you get ranked on certain things, and the game may seem very basic from where you're standing, and to be fair it is, it's one of those that I'll be honest, the first time I played a Mr.Driller game I thought, this is terrible, this is so simple and basic, I'm not going to have any fun with this at all. I doubt I'll even play it for longer than 5 minutes. About 15 hours later, when I realised I hadn't slept and couldn't stop playing it, and I'd went through several DS charges, then yeah, I realised that it's the type of game that it may look basic, but it's very fun and very addictive. And it's just one of those, if it hooks you, that's it, you'll be hooked for life. But there's pretty much nothing really left to mention. There's different block types and that. So as you can see there, the stars flashing, they'll basically disintegrate on their own. You can also get boulders, which the boulders you can delete them, but if you get all of them to fall together, then they won't delete themselves, like what, well, for example, these coloured blocks do. There's no really power-ups or anything like that. It's just literally, the whole point is you keep digging and collecting air and keep digging and collecting air and so on throughout the entire game for, well, pretty much several hours worth, really. So there really is nothing much to it. It's, as I say, the type of thing that's simple, fun and addictive. So if you like that sort of thing, then this is the type of game that I've been waiting to come out on the Wii Ware service for a while because of that. Graphically, as you can see, it looks very colourful and cutesy, and that's something I've liked about the series. And musically, it sounds pretty good. It pretty much changes per region, obviously. But I'll shut up and let you listen to a bit of Russia. So that was a bit of the music, and the only other thing really I've got left to mention is something that may seem totally useless, but it's the type of thing that, trust me, it will help you in later levels, in later sections. You can also dig upwards. So as well as left, right and down, you can dig up. And again, you may be watching this now thinking, why the hell has he said that? That's totally useless. But after you play the game, you'll understand why I mentioned it. So there we go then, that's been the review. I hope you've enjoyed it, or at least found it helpful. You might have noticed I didn't score the game. Well, that's because it's a matter of personal opinion, and yours may very well differ from my own. I'm just here to show you a bit about the game. If you like it or not, well, that's up to you. If you don't like it, or you do like it, feel free to comment. Also, if I haven't answered any of your questions that you may have had, I might have forgot something, or it might just be something obscure. Again, feel free to comment, ask, always willing to help out. Otherwise, if you don't like commenting on YouTube, head over to www.vc-forums.com, where you can chat with me and a bunch of other lads who love the VC, the Wii Ware, and hell, even a lot of other systems. We cater to pretty much everything. You can just go there, have a chat about a game, ask about some games, etc. So until next time, this has been Demon212, signing off.